Hi, thanks for watching. I'm Dina Sowers with State, and I work in Southwest Florida as a real estate agent. I'm here today with Jim Cliche. He is from American Financial Networks, and he's a mortgage expert and mortgage broker. So I have a question for him that I get all the time. I'm working with buyers now, and interest rates are a little on the higher side, higher than we've seen in the past few years. And so people are reluctant to buy, and they say to me, well, I think I'm going to wait. We want to wait until interest rates come down. Is that a good idea, Jim?
I don't think that that's a great idea, because even though if you wait for interest rates to go down, what's most likely going to happen is the market values are going to go up. Historically, we've seen market values raising anywhere between 1% to as high as 11, 12% in a specific year. But let's say at 4%. If you were to buy a home at $500,000, in 1 year, that property value is going to increase by $20,000. And by the time 2 years, you're talking about $41,000, $42,000. Your home would be worth $542,000. If you were to wait for interest rates to drop, even if you had higher interest rates on this loan, you will actually lose money on the equity that you would be building in your property. Though you'd be paying more on the monthly basis for the mortgage, interest in that over that period of time, you actually would still pay less than what you would gain in interest over that 24-month period of time. So realistically, no, I don't think it's a great idea. We don't anticipate that rates are going to continue to rise. At this point, we are expecting them actually to, level off and go down. The economy is changing, and that's going to make a big difference. So what's going to happen is as rates start to reduce, you're going to find property values are actually going to increase faster because there's going to be more people out in the market, which that becomes a seller's market. Once it becomes a seller's market, that's going to increase the values of property pretty quickly.
So you're saying that if they wait, they run the risk of their ideal house being more expensive, and that it doesn't really pay to wait.
Absolutely. You rarely see a time where the property values drop in any period of time. It has happened, obviously, where it drops for a short period of time, but for an extended period of time, you're going to see values continue to rise. And with values rising, there's really never a good time to not get into the market.
So how do we compare down here in Florida to other parts of the country? Would you say that Florida has a strong real estate market?
It is. It's very strong. Now, obviously, it's dependent upon each demographic in each area and that. But when we speak about Southwest Florida, we're seeing Southwest Florida's values actually continue to rise. More inland properties may not rise as quickly, but anything that is going to be on the water, you're going to see something in those type of areas doing much better than the areas that are maybe at the top of the state that are not on water or anything like that, maybe center state, things of that nature.
Yeah, and this is slightly off topic, but I just wanted to mention it because it's going on here in our area in Southwest Florida, where we had Hurricane Ian come through, and it really changed the beach quite a bit. So we had a lot of home loss of these older homes, and now the homes that survived, those are actually increasing in value in a staggering rate, because the ones that survived, they have stood the test of the worst hurricane that is possible and the worst flooding. And people always want to be on the beach. And so we're seeing these values go up like crazy. And people are finding out too that if they want to build on these lots, it's going to take them a couple of years. So we're seeing, the prices on the beach are going way up. So in order to get something that has been damaged by the hurricane mortgaged, like if you're buying one of those new and you want to get a mortgage on that, is that tricky at all right now?
So I think that's something we could talk about in a future podcast, is about how there's actually specialized financing for next couple of months for people who are looking to purchase a home that maybe their home was in the disaster or it was ruined during the hurricane. But statistically, in reference to hurricanes and property values in hurricane areas or even tornado areas, things like this, what has happened is statistically values rise during that period of time, 3 to 5%. The reason why values rise during that period of time is because older homes that may have been affected by the hurricane, tornado, or anything like that, those homes now are going to be refurbished. So you may have an older home that maybe wasn't all that nice at that time, and then they now have the money to rehab those homes, and those homes become more valuable. Well, because of that, that makes the homes in the local area more valuable, and that helps the economy to grow, but it also helps home values to grow at the same time. And by doing that, you're seeing growth and increase in value exponentially.
Okay, well, I think that's a great idea to do the next podcast on that. So if you're watching this video, make sure you search for our Hurricane Ian podcast. We'll do that one next. Thanks for joining me, Jim. This is Jim Cliche again from American Financial Network. Jim, how can they get a hold of you?
You can always call me. That's the best way, or text is 239-989-4236. I'm here always, and I answer my phone 24/7.
He really does. I've called him on weekends. I've called him at night. He really does answer his phone all of the time. That must make your wife crazy.
No, she understands that we own a business together, and it's important to take care of our clients.
Yeah, and I answer my phone too. I'm going to put both our contact information under this video, and you can contact me for buying and selling in Southwest Florida. And when you need that home you're purchasing mortgaged, you're going to contact Jim. Thanks, Jim.
Thank you. You guys have a wonderful day.